If you're watching this video, you're probably already a UX designer or product designer, or you would like to be one. But have you asked yourself why you want to be a UX designer? When I started experience design, I wish I have asked a lot of other designers why they got into experience design from the first place. Being in the business for so long, sometimes you lose the sense of why you're doing this. So I wanted to check in, catch up with a few design friends, and learn about why they got into experience design, what gets them up in the morning every day to do their job. And I was absolutely amazed with their answers. For example, you may like to be an experience designer to help people, especially people with accessibility needs.
I think it's better. It looks too empty. I think what really drew me to experience design is, funnily enough, one of my teachers, she said she's allergic to penicillin, and then the nurse was colorblind, so they put only a tag, but he didn't read the label.
Oh, wow.
And her father is a doctor, so she had a little medical knowledge behind, and she said like, oh, don't give me that shot because I'm allergic to penicillin. And from there, she said how important it is when you design a product that you design for accessibility.
Yeah.
And for me, like growing up kind of in a traditional stereotypical Asian household, like you're either a lawyer or a doctor, right?
Yeah.
So I felt like that was the only way you can contribute and give. But hearing that example helped me feel like being a designer, you are actually helping and contributing.
Yeah. Maybe you'd like to help the users make an impact in their everyday lives. Help them do what they do best and get even better at it.
I would have to say it's just the impact that you're able to have on people, especially with products and services, because if you're just doing something for one person or for a single client, and when I'm in a product organization, I get to see a large, not the entire life cycle, because I'm not going to say same company for my whole life, but I do get to see a much richer, amount of feedback from the work that I do. And it, when you create a product, it can be used by millions or billions of people, if you're in consumer space. And I think just knowing the impact that can have, and there's just so many unexpected things that come out of it, that you would, when you first start out building a product, you have no idea the ways people are going to use it or what it's going to do for them or the people that are in their lives or that they work with. Most of my experience in the product world has been in B2B. And so the coolest things to see are just, people getting promoted, and getting awards and things like that. And it just, it's something that, like, without what we did, they may not have had that promotion. And so it helps them do more than they could do. And it's like in outside of the product world, just when I have conversations with people, I always, kind of default towards trying to push people to be better and to do more and to believe that they can be more than what they actually think they can, And so that's what excites me about product, is it's kind of like gives people superpowers, because through technology, we're able to empower people to do things that they couldn't do on their own.
Yeah.
So that's what excites me about it.
Or you would like to make an impact not only on your users or customers, but also your team and co-workers.
For me, it kind of goes back a little bit to some of the things I started to do in situ with my design career. And so I'll explain the context, and that kind of will give more of an idea of the kind of things that gets me up in the morning. So as a highlight, to summarize, it's the ability to help other people in my craft who practice my trade to be great themselves. So I'd say for me, around 15 years ago is when it started. And that was when I decided to take a different track and develop another aspect of myself in terms of skills. So I wanted to really work on soft skills and understand how I can build on that and then use that to affect other people, whether that would be clients or stakeholders in any way, or people that I'm working with as colleagues or fellow designers, so as they can get better, whether that would be me learning from them or vice versa, because you can always learn something from everybody. So for me, having that coaching and mentoring approach to what we do, it really helped to accelerate my own personal growth, which was amazing. So today, what gets me up in the morning is the opportunity that I have to affect the people I work with, because I work with a great team of designers right now. And those guys are always looking to be inspired, always looking to learn, and they're always open to collaboration. And they have three of the main qualities I believe that will help designers succeed in what they do. And that's being honest, being open, and being humble. Because as designers, we probably get critiqued the most in out of any industry, most likely, arguably so. So, you have to have a good streak of humility to accept the criticism and change your designs or iterate upon them. So absolutely. But then, to be honest, you've got to be honest with your candidates. You've got to be honest with the people you work with, set those expectations so you can deliver the best, solution you can. And even with your teammates as well, being honest could mean that you want to, respond and give radical candor. So care personally about them as an individual, but professionally, so the team can get the best results and the project can be the best success it can. And so for me, that kind of like just unfolds naturally to the other quality of being honest as well, or being open rather. So if you're being open, then that just means that you're going to be free to be able to have to create that kind of environment where people can openly talk to you, good or bad, and it can be a real collaboration, whether you're working just within the design team or on the wider team within an organization. The wider team creates some really, really good ripple effects, of course, but that's what really gets me up in the morning, just the ability to affect people in that way and to continue to stay hands-on, keep up with the latest trends and so forth.
Beside helping people, which of course always comes first, you may want to get into experience design to challenge and better yourself. Every job or product you're designing, you meet new challenges, you learn new things, and keep yourself creatively fulfilled.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think the fact that I've changed jobs a lot in my career is probably why I'm attracted to it. I like growing, and I like pushing the boundaries. Once I learn how to do something, I want to learn the next thing that I don't know how to do. And I think tech offers that opportunity all the time because everything's moving so fast all the time. So there's never a time that you could be bored, ever. And you can be interdisciplinary and try all the things and see what sticks. And honestly, I just love a lot of things. And experimentation is part of that equation. So I think if for the word generalist thrown out a lot, and I guess I would probably be a generalist technically because I've done so many things. But when I sit down and have an interview with a company, I usually try to tell them that I have a visual background of like 15 years. And then I have about 5 years of actual hands-on product design because it's a new term and that involved new skills like project management and user testing and research and stuff like that. That goes beyond what I was doing with web design. And so when I come into a company, I have to really be careful about these definitions because everybody has a different idea based on their experience or their language that they learned or people they interacted with. And so knowing yourself is really important when you come in there and explaining that to them so that we're all on the same page. There's nothing worse than like false expectations and mismatched roles and disappointments. So I think that's really key, is like knowing what you're good at or what you like to do and where your heart is. And I'm not perfect. I struggled trying to be something I wasn't a good fit for in my career. And the fact is, though, is I'm not ashamed of it because I tried it and I failed at it, or it's iterative, right? I've gotten better over time for trying.
So here it is. These were really great examples. I'm pretty sure there is a lot more out there. I'm not also saying that you have to know exactly why you would like to be an experienced designer, but if you do, it will help you a lot to shape your career. It will help you a lot to adjust your approach to design in general. And hopefully that will be really helpful for you.